Okay.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all of our new listeners. We actually have an uptick in subscribers.
And I wonder if that's part of your posting plan.
It is. I'm slutty puffing it. So.
Oh, Slutty Puffin really did teach us.
He did help us.
He was a good teacher.
I have a post with him, with the one of the three of us, the bear, the otter, and the puffin. I say, you need to follow this motherfucker, Bob. I like to say this, all this nice stuff, so I'm hoping he reposts.
Okay, I love it.
So basically, yeah, welcome everybody to another episode.
He's Bobby and I'm Jim.
We already said.
Oh, okay. It's like,
I'm a business owner, officially.
wait, what?
Yeah. Did you know that? No, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Well,
wait, what does that mean?
it means.
I can't read because I don't have glasses because I'm not allowed to wear them.
Woo.
How?
It's called I fucking paid $200 and I signed up for an LLC. So we're officially a limited
business.
liability company, and I have Airgrin and Not Well underneath it, under Blue Mouth Media, which is
So
now an official
we
business.
can write
in
all
Ohio.
this off?
That's why I want to get a camera. So
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm a business owner now for some reason. I don't know why yet, but we'll see. Just protection.
Most businesses have a product to sell.
Well, mine would be my services with the drone.
Yes, for
Or-
sure. Or this, honey. You're selling a lot. You're giving.
Honey, I could bring this on the road and just have people who want to do podcasts. I'll just show up and produce it for them and go home and charge them a shit ton of money if you have something to say.
I like that because you have all the gear.
Right,
So then they could just be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's record. And I'll show up on a Wednesday here. I do all.
You know what you should do? You should go to like old people's birthday parties out in the country and be like, I want you to tell stories about your loved one. And then like for an hour, they have a story hour where like everyone comes and sits down, gives a story about that
That's
80-year-old.
actually really a good idea.
You could advertise it.
Or like go to like a 90-year-old.
Ancestry.com. Because that's where they like you find your ancestors. I don't know. I'm just like kind of
I'm thinking
going
like,
with this.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you. And I'm thinking it would be really cool to be able to like go to these parties and be like, okay, Bethel's turning 100. Yes. Let's talk to Bethel. Bethel, what's your advice for people? You know, what did you see? What was the craziest thing you saw in your life? So
And you could record it and make a video for them to have forever.
And
like
then
they're
it's
like,
also its own
and then when they die, they
entity.
could play it at the funeral.
And it's their own podcast too. Like I could actually start a second podcast doing old people stories.
Like Pasta Grannies on Instagram.
Oh, it's already happened.
Well, they just like go around Italy and like film these
ladies.
old ladies making pasta.
Oh, so good.
And like from each region. Oh my God.
So yeah, I have that as an update.
Okay. I love that update.
I'm just gonna give my updates and you can give yours.
Okay.
If you even have any. I
have a lot. But like some of them I think you may have. I have to do this.
Yeah. So I decided that I'm going on a gay trip by myself.
What?
Yeah. I'm going towards the end of April. I don't like right before you go to your trip.
Okay.
Hold on. We're getting to what I want to say. So I asked you earlier about Labor Day.
Okay.
So we're going gay camping on Labor Day weekend, but we're going to go
yes.
we're
Okay.
flying somewhere or we're going somewhere. We're not going to stay around here.
I don't want the Columbus gays in West Virginia.
So I have a few. So what I'm going to do for you later when you're, not busy and you're just kind of like playing around on Twitter, I'm going to send you a few of these places that I really want to go to. And all you got to do is type in, for example, and now, okay.
I just need like a glimpse.
So mind you, gay camping's interesting because it is kind of like the melting pot of the gay community. You have some really hot guys and you have some not. You have some olds, you have some youngs.
Well, it's the forest. You're going to have some trolls and gnomes.
There's some trolls that definitely go camping, but they're also super nice and welcoming. And so that's why I'm going on my personal journey.
Oh,
because
God. You're going to get fucked so many times.
No, but I need to be, we'll go all into it, honey. I have a lot to say.
I need to be railed.
Well, not railed, and I was railed this week. Thank you. I'm back in business.
I'm sorry.
So like, for example, one of the camps I want to go to, which I might go by myself, I don't know, but might go with you. I'm just going to see is Grizzly Pines, or let's see. No, hold on. Let me do, what is it? What is one? Oh, the Woods. Oh my God. You got to look that up.
Okay. Now I can do this in Twitter or what?
Yes. You just go, and I'm typing in the Woods Camp. Or the Woods Resort. I guess you got to sort of like
the Woods
Resort. You got to tailor it. So this is what happens at gay camping, like all over the place.
What?
Yeah. Like, hey, just hanging out in the woods.
Oh, we've got to go.
Right.
Okay.
And so Labor Day is like the biggest. We got to get cabins like immediately.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that after this. But anyway, so I also got a message from somebody when I was talking about camping last week about the drone thing.
Okay.
I got a message from somebody. I've been looking at this place and I've been looking at this time frame one of our listeners, Eddie. Okay. Eddie messaged me and says, hey, I heard you talking about camping. You should really go to Grizzly Pines. Like, da-da-da-da-da. We're going there April, blah, blah, blah. And I go, funny you say that. Because I was thinking about going, but he wants us to go there and he's going on Labor Day.
Okay.
So I'm almost like, what I want to do is have a vote.
Where is this?
It's in Houston, Texas, just outside.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be hot.
It's going to be hot as hell.
But Labor Day will be good because it's a pool. You're all going to be naked.
You're going to be naked, yeah.
Right. So, or whatever you want to wear, whatever you're comfortable with. And you'll be fully naked.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking maybe we should do make it a thing. Like,
yeah.
Since he'll already be there. And he was like, oh my God, he thought you were going on the first trip. And I go, well, and I also want to go somewhere else though before then too. Like maybe like a warm up. Like closer, but like a drive kind of place, like maybe
nearby,
a weekend, like a long weekend.
Okay.
So anyway, that's the big thing for me right now is becoming vulnerable and going to gay campgrounds. And I
love this.
Thank you.
Was this therapist recommended or was this just on your own?
You don't even know. My therapist said, I'm going to go into it. It's my second topic. So we'll get there. But
is that why you're not getting high right now? Yeah. You're in trouble.
Well, I just wanted to be more clear this episode.
No.
I'm still drinking.
Oh.
I'm still drinking.
Yelled at.
No, nothing
okay.
yelled at. No.
Like,
I want to be clear. I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like I look really big too. Like, I don't know if it's the white and the black or like what's happening here.
Oh my God. I literally like looked up and I can't see, but I can just see shapes.
I just feel like I'm like, you're my shadow at this point. So
let me get my librarian glasses.
Fuck.
Oh, honey.
It's not.
It is. It's because I'm wearing black.
Yeah, and I need to.
I'm slimming. You're filling out.
It's fine. I'll Photoshop myself. Just kidding. I don't know how. So anyway, that's my update. The LLC.
I love that.
Gay camping, and then us going camping, and finally solidifying this. And we'll do like a thing. Like, I'm not going to bring a lot of stuff. Like it'll be.
So we're not doing a trip to like Boston.
Well, and I was thinking
end of May.
Maybe we can do a
camp trip. Yeah, that's cheaper.
That's what I was thinking. Way cheap. I mean, these cabins are like $80 a night, do that. And you get like I mean, it's fun. It's like you can be naked.
Because like trips are adding up quickly. Yeah.
They are. And you're going abroad.
I have to go to Italy. I have to go to Palermo.
Oh God, I have to go.
The gays,
they're
to
killing
the White
me.
Lotus.
The gays are killing me. What are you going on? What you got going on this week? How have you been?
I've been off work. I've been chilling.
Just chilling?
I've been chilling. I did my nails with Carmen. Shout out to Carmen.
San Diego.
At the Lacquer Bar. Oh, no.
Carmen.
Columbus.
Corilla.
Here's some of the things before we get into the topics, which I hope includes Tennessee. But
it absolutely. We're going to have a whole fucking.
So I think because of the things that you've been sending me like on Instagram, and then I found some on my own like wrestling things. And I want to know if there's like a kink where you want to be wrestled. Because like I feel like I want that. Like I feel like I want someone to like pick me up and
I envision
me.
myself getting teabagged.
Literally. Like but you're like on your back on the ground and you can't move. And then they like just come lowered on. Yeah.
So like I am I almost said hypothermic. I'm hypothermic. I'm not quadriplegic. Oh my God.
You could be.
I could be. You would
love that.
Claustrophobic. That's the word. I'm
quadriplegic.
So I don't like when I was growing up and we'd get in fights in the front yard with the neighbors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
When they would pin me down and put their knees on the back and they would hold me down like this. Oh my God, maybe I'm having a trauma moment. But I would be like, what was that? Yeah. So he would my neighbor would tackle me, put his knees on. He was bigger than me because I was little at the time. Put his knees like right here on my arms while I'm laying like this, so I couldn't get up, and he would pretend spit and like spit in my mouth. Yeah, it was bad. It wasn't hot. It was gross.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was petrifying.
Okay.
So
petrified.
I was petrified. So anyway, but yeah. What about you?
Okay, so this is not your kink then, because I'm literally like asking for that.
No, I want to see it. I want to be there. I don't want to be
pinned.
Locked. Yeah, I don't like being pinned.
You want to be the pinner.
I mean, you can brush your cock around my face for a second, but I do not want to feel like I can't breathe.
Through the thin veil of a Lycra suit.
The Lycra. It's all about the Lycra these days.
And remember, after Mexico City, I found out it's also about the mask. Like, if you're wearing that mask, it's over.
You are a mask now. A mask lover.
Oh, okay.
A mask. What's weird is I have a topic about masks later. It's really weird.
Oh, my God.
My vulnerability mask.
Oh, God. This therapy is...
It's going to be bad.
I could tell something happened. I'm like, I know something happened. You're acting different.
So you want to be crushed.
Okay. And then some other things I've been thinking about because I think last week I noticed all these pictures coming together. Finally, the posts are coming together from the Atlantis cruise. And I just thought, I had this thought that's like very bad, and I don't actually think this.
Oh, great. Here we go.
But
Disclaimer.
I just kind of thought, like, what if one year it went out and it just sunk? Like literally just fucking sunk. Like the whole thing, like no survivors.
No, I know we're talking about my therapy, but I feel like maybe you need to jump into therapy.
No survivors.
I mean, it would be a good cleanse. It'd be like kind of the purge for gays.
I literally was like, I don't know why.
The fucked up part.
Because like that would be the boat that...
Imagine it going down though, okay? Let's just imagine it for a second, okay?
No one has any clothes on. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, we are now... Unfortunately, we need to all go to the lifeboats because we are sinking.
Can you imagine those gays?
They would panic.
Oh my! They'd either panic.
God. They're in a K-hole.
It's content.
They're in a K-hole.
It's OnlyFans content. They're like, oh
they're
God,
like,
I'm sinking.
Fuck me in the lifeboat.
Oh God, see this water coming up on me. Oh, I'm drowning. Oh. I mean, it'd be
I just kept thinking, I'm like, what if?
To be a fly on the wall.
What if?
Because it'd be just a bunch of, oh my fucking God.
Yeah. And the live streams would be coming, and it's just like.
We would have a lot of dead live streams. Like, it would be a lot of like, they'd have to shut down the internet probably because the gays would be like, I'm going to film my death. It's like, okay. But then one last hurrah for you. I mean,
I just and
that
like
is a crazy thought.
The conservatives would have a field day and be like, the sinful boat like sunk, like it's necessary. I'm just saying, you're setting yourself up for disaster if you go on that, because like if something bad happens, people are going to be like, yeah.
But I feel like I don't like again, claustrophobia. I feel like
I can't. I look at those pictures, everyone's packed.
And I know it's huge, but like, yeah, I know.
It's not that huge though. Like when everyone's on the deck, it's packed. I've never been on a single.
Me either. Nope.
I don't know. Like, I keep thinking, what if it is like fun? What if? And then I'm like,
probably is
trapped with other people.
I think if I'm going to go on a gay cruise, it's not going to be out of Fort Lauderdale Carnival.
I know. Literally.
I mean, I'm not going to the fucking Bahamas.
Like, I'll go to Barcelona, but like,
I'm going to Mediterranean.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I want to go from Fort Lauderdale.
And I'm not like, and listen, I know last week we came off as like little bougie bitches. When I was like,
really?
well, no, I was joking. Everybody knows I was joking, but I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not going to pay $200 to go stay in the steerage like area and drown and then have all these gays with poppers. I just can't. And
it's not just poppers. It's like horrifying things.
I will say camping is sort of like that, but you can also then.
But you're in the wilderness.
You can be. There's 700 acres. You can go hike and be naked.
You can be like, fuck this. Yeah, like I gotta go.
Right. So that I'm excited for you with that, just because it's kind of.
I can't wait to see it. It's like a land cruise.
It's a land cruise, and
we're cruising. We're cruising on the land cruise.
Yeah, and I guess that's what. Yeah, that's what they do on the cruise. So interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall. So if that ever happens, I'll drone out there.
I feel bad for it, but I just feel like I had that thought. I had to share it, see what you think. Okay.
Well, if it does go out of Florida, I wouldn't be surprised if Ron DeSantis just shoots it down. Like, just like, oh, no gays.
Just like,
no gays.
This is the perfect time.
They're like, he's like, I'm going to drill a hole in this boat. They're going to pull off and then they're going to all. I mean, can you imagine? He could. I hate everyone.
He really would.
They're so jealous. They want to be gay so bad. It's so weird.
They are gay, but they're not out.
Right. Literally. So yeah, okay. So your week's been going great. Was that a topic or a week?
No, I just had to look. I was like, I can't see anything.
I know it's really struggle sometimes because I can't see all the time either because I don't have my glasses on, but I can see enough to like read.
I'm not anti-gay. I also have friends that are gay, relatives that are gay.
Meanwhile, Franklin McClure, the young man in the images liked by McNally, told me he was surprised and flattered by the lieutenant governor's comments. He also told me this.
He called me a couple times on the phone ability on certain apps.
And you never responded to those?
Yeah, I didn't even know he did it, so.
Yeah, Vicky, it is a lot more than just that one person. Half-naked photos of men, pictures of drag artists, and selfies of trans women. Each of them liked on Instagram by the lieutenant governor. We're taking a deep dive into his social media, and it is a stark difference from his life on Capitol Hill. The lieutenant governor recently voted to pass bills that ban certain drag shows here in Tennessee.
Well, first of all, my lifestyle hasn't changed. I'm married, happily married, and have 2 children and 3 grandchildren, and I've enjoyed that type of lifestyle, but I do have friends that are gay.
Let's talk.
Let's have a chat.
Tell me about it.
Let's have a kiki. So the lieutenant governor of Tennessee, after they just passed a bill banning drag and gender affirming care, we find some comments on Instagram where the little lieutenant governor seems to like a certain twink's ass.
And he's not little.
Oh, no. Sorry. The lieutenant governor's not.
He's a beefy dad.
With a mustache.
It
wouldn't work. It'd have to take a lot of money for me to hook up with him.
Oh, yeah.
And
power.
Oh, God.
Lieutenant.
Pin me down, Lieutenant.
Can you fucking imagine? Ew, it probably smells like sour milk.
If you can find it.
Yeah, it's probably.
I mean, literally, like, he's the size where it's like.
Yeah, we're like, oh.
Inverted penis. And that's fine.
Kind of like.
If that's what you like.
Our friend.
But what's that?
Kind of like our friend Michelangelo or any Greek god. They used to like small dicks and they embraced them.
I forgot you had a small dick kink now.
Oh my God, I wrote the guy on Twitter and I said, I want you to come on our show. He posted another thing today and I was like, who are these fucking people? I said, I love your confidence. I love your posts. I would love to talk to you on my show. Because I feel like I want to get in his head and be like, how do you accept that? Like, also, you're like embracing it so much that now you have followers that are like obsessed with it, including me,
including you.
Like I want that whole thing in my mouth. I can just take it all in one swoop.
It's
not even choking. It's
a cocktail wiener. It's just like
and it's fun because you have abs and probably a really nice ass.
And that's exactly. And that's the key. There's the key, and just a little bit of fur. So anyway, when I hear that phrase, a little bit of fur, I think of like old guys. Oh, it's always like an older guy saying that. Like, I like a little fur, and it's like a 50-year-old.
And for some reason, I just thought of something.
I like a little fur.
Yeah, like a little fur. And speaking of fur and old,
I want to service you.
Why do old men lose the hair on the legs?
Oh, yeah. Wait, you mean just down here?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm starting to lose it.
Me too.
But what is that? It's like because
I feel like it's because I always wear socks there and they rub.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm just over analyzing.
Are you losing hair anywhere else?
No. My pussy.
Yeah.
No, my pussy is.
Oh no, it's got ravaged this week.
So now he got caught.
So he got caught leaving little like fire emojis and like winky emojis and like, you're looking great. You're like sunshine to a little twink.
You give me rainbows and sunshine. I'm like
the governor is thirsting after the people he hates, and like
you literally passed a law, and now you're like, hey babe, you look great.
Hey, you want to come fuck?
Heart. And it's like, okay.
It's so gross. Like, I hate these people. But why are our biggest haters always actually gay?
Because
like,
they were taught to hate themselves.
Literally.
Because we were taught.
And then we carry that forward, and we still hate ourselves. So we have to go on like exploration camping trips.
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's true. Like, we literally are like, I'm gross. I'm disgusting. Straight guys are like walking around locker rooms after football, like just like they don't give a fuck. They're like,
they don't even care about each other.
Right. It's like not a big deal.
I saw a post on each other that said, if you don't jerk off with your bro, like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like,
right. It's not even a big deal. But then we are like walking around like, oh God, we're sick.
I'm disgusted. I was thinking that the other day too. I think I'm so gross, and I'm thinking,
if you were straight.
I mean, everybody's gross, like, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's really that great. Like, when you really break it down, we all
no
shit
one is
and
great.
pee. I mean, it's like,
I know.
You know
I keep thinking about that. I'm like, someone's just shitting out there.
Right. Somebody's gross shitting, and they're like, I want to fuck. And it's like, oh, no.
It's like, I don't want to fuck you.
I do want to say there's some quotes from the spokesperson for Governor Randy McNally.
What did they say? How do you explain this away?
He's this is what the spokesperson said. Randy McNally is a prolific social media commenter and enjoys interacting with constituents. Okay. Trying to imply something that's sinister or inappropriate about a great-grandfather's use of social media says more about the mind of the left-wing operative, making the implication that it does about Randy McNally. As anyone in Tennessee politics knows, Lieutenant Governor McNally is a prolific social media commenter.
Yeah, right. Randy!
I mean, Randy, honey.
Randy wants this pussy, honey.
He enjoys interacting with constituents and Tennesseans of all religions, backgrounds, and orientations on social media. He has no intent of stopping.
So he's going to keep finding those twinks and thirsting. Like, honey, just stop.
Like, just okay,
stop.
First of all, I love how they're like, he's a great grandfather. Then why the fuck are you in politics still?
Yeah, I know, right?
Go retire to your
grandfather. Farm. You should be 6 feet under at this point.
Right. Like, why are you making laws? Like, you're 80. Think about how different you are from a 20-year-old, literally, or a 30-year-old, or a 40-year-old, or even a 50-year-old.
Like, they don't know what's going on.
No. Like,
they don't have any concept of what's happening.
I get it. You're wise and you have wisdom.
I don't think they do. I think they missed out on the wisdom.
Well,
these people did not get wisdom on the way up. Yeah. They were just like, oh, money.
Did you see the guy that used to be our house, whatever?
Householder.
Is that his name? Yeah, and he got like 20 years in prison, or he's
Bye,
probably.
bitch.
It's like, girl.
That is the biggest scam ever.
But let's keep voting Republican, guys.
Yeah, I know. Like that's all of Ohio.
How do you not look at Fox
all
News
of
as a
Ohio.
whole?
Tucker Carlson is like, I hate Trump with a passion.
Tucker Carlson is like putting out tapes.
Yeah.
Like, they're just strolling in here. Look, the police let him in. Bitch.
But then he's like secretly like, this is a disaster.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they're the
I
worst.
fucking hate Trump. And it's like,
It's all for the show.
It's all for the show.
He's smart, but he's also an asshole.
I think the Dominion team will win. Because it's clear that these Fox people knew it was a lie, kept pushing it forward.
Peddled it.
And then look
so
what
they
happened.
go out of business?
Dominion, no, but they've lost. I think they've lost business because like states don't want to work with them if they're in a Republican state. These states are not going to be like, we want Dominion machines when like all the constituents believe that they're like secret machines that change votes.
But what happens if Dominion wins the lawsuit? Then will Fox News be like shit out of luck, or will they just keep trolling it along like they normally
Probably
do?
keep trolling along, but it's like over $1 billion.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
a
It's like it
lot.
could knock them out.
God, that would be nice.
like,
That would be so nice.
because it's not news. It's actually
not news.
They were getting
It's a
annoyed
lie.
at the people. Like, so Fox does have a news section that does real news. They were mad at those reporters. Like Tucker Carlson was mad at that reporter because he's like, you can't say that because that's going to ruin my narrative on my show, and I'm the #1 slot.
They have
at
like
night.
a news channel, like show, but then it's like the shows after, like the Hannity, the Tucker, all this Laura Ingraham, all the bullshit after.
Insurrection,
It's not news. It's
or-
commentary.
or just a party.
Yeah,
it's like
they're just having a party.
It's like
They just a peaceful protest.
they're just walking around.
They're like, what about Black Lives Matter? That's all they can say. That's all they ever say.
They have nothing.
What about
I'm
inflation?
so tired of talking about them, to be honest with you.
I
But it's like
know.
I have to because now.
Now
well,
they're just distracting us, and that's what. Thankfully, finally, RuPaul spoke up. It took a week.
You are fucking reading and writing.
It took a week.
It took a week, but she finally fucking spoke up against this shit. But it was like,
hey, look over there. A classic distraction technique, distracting us away from the real issues that they were voted into office to focus on. Jobs, healthcare, keeping our children safe from harm at their own school. But we know that bullies are incompetent at solving real issues. They look for easy targets so they can give the impression of being effective. They think our love, our light, our laughter, and our joy are signs of weakness. But they're wrong, because that is our strength. Drag queens are the Marines of the queer movement. Don't get it twisted and don't be distracted. Register to vote so we can get these stunt queens out of office and put some smart people with real solutions into government. And by the way, a social media post has never been as powerful as a registered vote.
in RuPaul fashion, like late to the party,
way late,
being kind of a diva, like honey, you know, no. It's like, okay, look, finally people are speaking. I just really think it's
this
funny.
has been going on for like a month though, and it's just like the Republicans are literally saying we need to eliminate trans people,
literally
like,
out of someone's mouth
in the open at the CPAC. He was like, eliminate trans people.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology. There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism. It is all or nothing. Then we should not indulge it, especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated.
And you're like, this is called genocide. Like, if you're targeting a group of people and saying we need to eliminate them, then you pass laws to ban healthcare for them. You pass laws to make it illegal for them to use the bathroom, illegal for them to go to school, illegal for them to do anything. You are committing genocide. You are trying to get rid of an entire group of people.
You really are.
And they're saying it.
And they're literally saying it out loud, like, no holding
And they all
back.
loved drag. Like, it's not about, they clearly love
They
drag.
don't.
The Tennessee governor was in drag. Like, Cawthorn was in drag. They all watched Mrs. Doubtfire, Tootsie, all these shows,
Play on
movies.
the sports teams and use the
Rudy Giuliani was in drag even with Trump in a
My
commercial.
daddy, Rudy Giuliani.
My father. But It's
Right.
just like they all really do like drag, but they're just using it as a weapon
They actually
now.
like gay people, I feel like, too.
They
It's
do.
just they
want
weaponize
power.
it
They want
because they
power.
just want the power.
Because there's enough dumb people in this country who get distracted by this and are like, yeah, we got to protect the children.
Think about hating somebody
Yeah.
because of who they love. Just put that out there for
I
them.
know.
Just like really, really think about that.
Right.
Like, so also, I'm going to actually, this is a call to action to all of our allies. it's time to speak up. It's time to start saying things on the social medias. It's time to.
It is. I'm actually getting
get a little bothered too.
Because I'm going to work and I'm talking to people who don't know about this stuff
no
at
idea.
all. They're like, wait, what did they
There's
pass?
only like 28 bills that are just sitting at fucking desks right now.
I'm like, we've had over 300 bills introduced this year. We are in March. Over 300 this year targeting the queer community. And these people, I'm like talking to people at work who haven't heard of any of them. They're like, Tennessee just passed what?
And now they went after marriage equality now, which is going to end up
Iowa
going to Supreme
and Tennessee. And every state is now trying to pass this. They want to get to the Supreme Court again, so they overturn gay marriage. And it's
why
like,
in the fuck? What is wrong with people?
It's a distraction.
I don't know why we're going backwards. I have no idea. I feel like we're going, like, we went from like skipping 10 years ahead to going back 25 years. And it's like, wait a second. We were like at a point in like 2014, 2015. We were on top of the fucking world. We were living our lives. Everybody was happy, blah, blah. Coronavirus hit. Trump came in. All this shit happened. And now it's like,
got activated. Yeah. They were just like,
they're like, nope.
No, we can't have this. And unfortunately, they have a lot of people in power because of our terrible system. But it's not a majority of people. Like when you talk to most people, they've been to a drag show, they love them. They literally don't think there's actually a problem with drag.
So I actually want to show you a video that you might have seen or might not. But I do think that there's a lot of people who don't understand that there's trans men.
Oh, what? Really?
So like I was watching a video and they're like, hello, I have a penis. Like I had it made, like whatever. And like, but people don't know.
Phalloplasty, yeah.
So I saw this video though and I thought it was very interesting. It's the Virginia governor, but this trans
model policies require that students play on the sports teams and use the restrooms that correspond with their sex assigned at birth. Look at me. I am a transgender man. Do you really think that the girls in my high school would feel comfortable sharing a restroom with me?
Yep. So first of all, Nico, thank you for, again, asking the question, being here tonight, and engaging in this important discussion.
Now we don't know each other. Okay.
I believe first, when parents are engaged with their children, then you can make good decisions together. And I met your dad, and I'm glad that you're both here together. That's really, really important. I also think that there are lots of students involved in this decision. And what's most important is that we try very hard to accommodate students. That's why I have said many, many times, we just need extra bathrooms in schools. We need gender-neutral bathrooms. And so people can use a bathroom that they, in fact, are comfortable with.
So now you're progressive.
I think sports are very clear. And I don't think it's controversial. I don't think that biological boys should be playing sports with biological girls. There's been decades of efforts in order to gain opportunities for
You didn't care about girls'
sports
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, literally. They don't want to fund them. They don't give a fuck.
I think that's pretty
scholarships.
That's not controversial and something that I think is pretty well understood. Again, I think these are very difficult discussions, and I am very, very glad to see you and your dad here together.
That was pointless.
So all of a sudden you're going to be an ally and be like, we need bathrooms.
He's not. It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's called you got put on the spot, honey.
And you don't know what to say.
Because I don't think people realize they're all concerned about women.
Boys can't play on girls' sports.
And boys.
Well, I can't. A girl play on a boy's sport.
So if that's
a trans
person goes on the baseball team, are they going to say you can't play because it's not fair?
Like literally, what the fuck is happening?
You're on steroids. I can't. I just
like
really can't.
What is happening?
I know it's
and
crazy.
then like all the heroes of these men's sports are on steroids. Like you talk to ex-football players, you talk to current baseball players. They're all on steroids, which is gender affirming care.
Right.
I need more testosterone. There's all these fucking men making laws who have low T and are taking testosterone.
Right.
That's called gender affirming care. There's all these women who want breast reductions, breast augmentation, facial lifts, blah, 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 lip injections. Gender affirming care. You like it for cisgender people, but you don't like it for trans people because you're transphobic.
Just kind of like the marriage thing.
You're an asshole.
It's like everybody's.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm sick of all these people. You're just assholes. That's it. Just say it. If you're transphobic, just say it. Don't come up with, well, I don't think it's controversial. I just think that
we need bathrooms.
If I hear the word biological one more fucking time, as if there's only
How would
XX
you
and XY.
know that is not, that's a trans person though, in my opinion.
They want the school administrators to get to look at every child's genitals. So you're a 7-year-old child, but we don't know, you might be transgender. We need to see your genitals and do a pelvic exam.
Okay,
that's what they want to do.
They're sick.
This is what they want to do. Yeah. It is like, it's a full disaster.
It's sick.
That's what they want, but they're like, oh, it's not controversial. I'm like, these Republicans are out of control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I can't tell you how many stories I saw about groomers in the in the media this week, but it was all like pastors and straight Christian white people.
It's always the priests, the pastors, the Boy Scout leaders. These are the real groomers in our society. They don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about drag queens. Show me a story where a drag queen has done something to a child.
I mean, no drag queen wants to be around your fuck. I mean, it's
I
a
know,
nice
honestly,
gesture.
It's a nice gesture, but we don't like your kids.
The only reason they're doing it is to try to bring the community together. It's not because they want to groom your kids into being drag and being gay. Like, and then they're like, well, there's more gay people now. It's because we are visible and people aren't afraid to come out. That's the only reason why you're seeing more.
Yeah.
If I didn't feel comfortable, I would have never came out.
Oh,
but
no.
there was a time.
Same. I
Obama
realized
got
I was like,
reelected.
listen, I'm going to do it.
Yep.
It was like at a point where I was like, yeah.
And at that point, I was like,
come
fuck
out.
it. Well, and I thought, if I have to stay quiet and closeted, but at least I'm out to certain people, then fine.
It's once you're on your own a little bit and you realize you're like, okay, so I could survive on my own without my parents. If I come out and they reject me,
Yep, you have to have that.
I can get by. That's literally what I had to realize. I was like, okay, it's going to be hard, but like I could do it now.
Yeah, like moving here and have my own apartment. It's like, well,
yeah,
I can live,
I
so
am
I
kind
don't
of.
need you.
Yeah, how sad is that you have to think of abandoning your family in order to be authentic? You're like, oh, can I do this?
And
it's
that
so
starts
fucked up.
at 12 years old.
Oh no, yeah, or
Even
earlier. Yeah,
that starts earlier. Where okay, so
5th grade,
once
I
I'm
remember being like,
18,
this is weird.
You like try to
5th
in your
grade.
mind like be like, okay, so once I turn 18, I can then move out of the house. I can move and I can do this. And it's like, why are I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking survival and getting rent.
Yeah.
It's like, and I was not like I was very. I don't know.
You're very butch,
very standard, very
yeah. You're a country boy,
suburb country guy that I could get away with. And everybody liked me. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't have. But God, it was tormenting.
But that's what they want to go back to.
Yeah.
That's the problem with all these laws that are being passed that straight people need to pay attention to right now. Our allies, people who like us,
yes,
need to speak up because they're coming across the country. They're
coming.
sweeping and through all these Republican-led legislatures. They want to take us back to the before times, and we don't want to go back. Well, we're not going to.
We're not going
period.
to because I'm not.
We're not going to.
A lot of people aren't going to really deal with it. But
I think all of us would rather dress in drag one day and see if they can arrest all of us.
Oh, that'd be really fun.
Literally, like
we
this
should
is
do
so
a
fucking
drag
dumb.
march on Washington and everybody dress in drag.
Go to Nashville and just everyone in drag.
Nashville, fuck.
I hate that place.
God, I hate it.
Everyone's
We
like,
should go there, though.
Nashville. I'm like, Nashville is trash.
We should go there though.
Yeah, like we should.
Trash it up. So wow, that was actually what's weird about your little statements. Did you read this?
No,
it's
you
literally
just
all the
sent
news.
it.
It was all the news stories that I had. Like you did it on your own. RuPaul, the Tennessee governor, the passing the gay marriage thing, and then I have one about Grindr. I guess apparently in Colorado there was some group of Catholics who decided to spend I think $1 million to trace priests on gay apps. Which is funny.
Oh my God.
But it's also like, what are we doing?
Yeah. $1 million to do that.
You're
I'll
gonna
do
go
it for
to church.
free. And then they found them.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know the actual conclusion. I think I wrote in here. I don't know if they actually found, but it just came out. And I think they're actually still actively doing.
I am gagged.
Let's see here. Right-wing Catholic group called Catholic Laity and Clergy for Renewal has reported spent millions of dollars buying mobile app tracking data to spy on priests who use gay dating and hookup apps and forwarding the information to bishops nationwide.
Oh, like that's going to do anything. When the priests molested kids, the bishops did nothing. They just shuffled them around. They're going to send this information to the bishops. Like, okay. It's so dumb.
But do you not?
The churches are so
do we
fucking
not see
stupid.
the problem?
Yeah.
These priests are only suppressing their homosexuality because they are afraid of their fucking parents hating them.
And their religion. Like, you raised them this way and they're afraid of themselves.
So then they're going to be like, hallelujah.
So then they're
Have you ever
trapping
seen
them.
a priest like so animated?
It's
like,
men wearing dresses. Like,
Christ has died. Christ has risen. They're all gay as fuck. They're like, hey, how's service? You like it?
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for
Oh my
coming to
God.
service.
They
Thank
do
you
the
for coming
double-
to service.
they do the double.
service. And it's just like, I'd stare at them and be like, and they always would give me the gay look, like the side eye. Like, they'd look at me twice, like, as I walk by. I'm like,
You'd be really good in the
bitch.
clergy.
They did tell me that.
My grandparents
Remember
used
8th
to say-
grade?
my grandparents-
I was voted most likely to become a priest in 8th grade. That's me.
That's because you were gay.
Because I was gay. Literally. They
my
were
grandma
grooming
said-
me. They were grooming me.
Right.
We get groomed by the church. Like, that's what these straight people are like, oh, the groomers. I'm like, you guys are the groomers. You
But
guys
don't
are
worry,
the
in your
fucking groomers.
Bible, you have to circumcise people and they're slaves, but we're going to believe everything. Okay.
But okay, we can ignore that part.
Ignore that part because God's almighty.
Don't eat shrimp. Better not eat shrimp. It's an abomination. But
That was
ignore
Old
that.
Testament.
Ignore it.
Jesus saved us. Okay. So anyway, that's that. Now,
I also have one other news story that I think is so classically Ohio.
Oh, fuck.
And I don't know if you saw this, but There was an exotic cat captured, and it had cocaine in its system. And they're like,
was it here?
It was an illegal cat. I think it was in Cincinnati area. It's like a serval. It's a weird looking cat from, I think, Africa. I honestly didn't look into it, but I was like, why? First of all, you have an illegal exotic cat. Second of all, it has cocaine in its system.
Didn't a movie just come out, Cocaine Bear? Now they have a cocaine cat.
Cocaine cat in Ohio. It's Ohio. That's why I was like, I wonder if Bobby saw this.
I did see parts of it. I think you sent it to me. Maybe.
Can you imagine looking out the window and seeing a really weird jungle cat in the tree and being like,
spazzing the fuck out?
Yeah, like what's that? And it's like,
it sprints right to you and it's like, I need fucking cocaine. It's like, oh, okay. Like, listen, kitty.
Kitty.
Okay, yeah, that pussy is fast. Okay, that pussy is on fire.
Fire.
So I have two topics. My first one's fun. My next one's serious. So my first one, I went to the Columbus Crew game on Saturday night.
I love it.
And very fun.
Oh yeah,
I recommend it to all Columbusians.
I actually don't know. Columbusies. All the Columbusies out there.
Okay, all the Columbusies, you can go and pay like $30 and do general admission and walk around and drink. There are plenty of bars, plenty of
it's only $30?
I think, yeah. Like it's
the food is so good there that I could just stuff myself.
And the beer is good.
Yeah,
and it's all good.
Okay.
So I'm there and I'm in the bathroom. First of all, I peed without any problems. Don't know why.
What was the setup?
They did have the walls.
Oh, okay. So urinal with a wall.
Yeah,
okay.
but you're really close. Like it's pretty close, like shoulder to shoulder almost. But you have the walls.
I don't like that. But as long as the walls are there,
I was able to do it. But I was sitting there and I'm thinking, well, not sitting, standing there in line, and I'm looking straight ahead, and there's people sitting, pooping at a soccer game, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, I get it.
I don't
like emergency calls, but also you couldn't wait 90 minutes.
How many emergencies? Yeah.
Like, what is going on that you have to literally shit at a fucking event? So I was like, and I said it out loud, I go,
no, it's not possible.
I go, why are we shitting at the event? Like, why are we shitting here? It's 90. We can't wait 90 minutes.
No, this. I've thought this so many times where I'm like, why do you have to shit right now?
I mean, I guess people have. Well, I guess now I just had a thought.
Are you ableist?
Yeah, maybe I just had a thought. Maybe I'm being ableist because they might have colitis or like.
Yeah, they could have IBS.
Okay, so
but it's also like,
but it's also confusing to me because
no,
usually
it's also like
not.
there's so many where I'm like, so how many of you?
Yeah, how many of you have IBS?
A medical condition?
Do we need to add more
where
stalls?
you really need to shit like nonstop? They're full. I've literally, I don't understand why people are just. But it's a lot of straight guys.
It's straight guys.
I have to tell you, it's straight guys who are like, I got to shit. And I'm like, you've been walking around all day and now you're just like, I've got to shit.
There's nothing worse than when you're peeing in a urinal in a close bathroom and somebody sits in the toilet next to you and you can hear it coming out of their asshole.
Oh
God, I almost
and
you
gagged.
could be so hot. And if I
up.
see or hear that,
it's over.
It's fucking over.
And it's over for anyone who looks like you. Like,
yeah, like it's bad. Like that.
I lose. Every drop of horniness leaves the body.
Noise.
It just. Oh yes, I know the noise.
That like yeah, but it's like, but even no, I'm talking no, the slow poop.
No,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
though. It's like coming through the whole. Oh my god, I can't. So that was my topic. I don't know why I wrote it down. And I was like, I've got to talk about this because I just feel
that is borderline sundry. Like, because I
know,
feel
but
like
I have
that.
another thing for sundries.
Oh my god, I don't have a sundry yet.
No, you'll find one. Yeah, so I don't know really the point of that topic. I just needed to say it. I needed to state it. It was more like a sundry, but like also I was like, this is just weird. Like,
oh god,
why can't we just hold our shit in? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh my god, it's not like we're there for 4 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
It's literally like you show up, it's over within 2 hours, you're home. Like
you're shitting in a bathroom and there's 100 guys waiting to pee.
Yeah, that's the thing is where it's like it's crowded. It's why would you want to do that?
This isn't a poop bathroom. Like this is just They should just not even have. Well, they have to.
Well, they should have one.
They need to have just one
in the corner.
Men's poop bathroom.
Actually, that's a better idea.
Actually, yeah. The Virginia governor's right. We need more bathrooms everywhere.
Oh, gender neutral.
So you just pick.
You could have like a single stall.
Just like in the fucking Moxie.
Oh, I love the single stalls.
You can tear it up. You can pee.
And you can hook up.
You could fuck. You actually could. They're kind of big.
You could.
Like too big almost.
I think that's the point of it. Oh. I don't know.
The Moxie, baby.
Oh, you want to fuck me in the Moxie.
So what do you got as a topic, hon?
Well, another little topic I found, it's kind of like a news story, but
cool.
You know how do you remember the Havana Syndrome?
No.
Okay, so like a while ago, we had like all these agents in Cuba Havana. And they were like getting these symptoms of like ringing in the head and like nausea, vomiting, headaches, and it's like bothering them. And like this happened at like certain embassies around the world. And people were speculating that it was like, oh, they're shooting like a supersonic weapon, or there's some type of like wave that we don't know about, radio wave, or I don't even know, that causes these symptoms. And so like that's what we called it, the Havana Syndrome.
Okay.
But then like in the past month, an official report came out that was like, no, that we do not think this is an attack. That's what the government said. Like we don't. So it's like, but it's like over 1,000 people have encountered it at various embassies around the world. And it's like, you don't think our enemies are like maybe targeting people there? Or is it just like mass hysteria and like you read one person had it and then you're like, I have it too. I was attacked by the Russians.
That's like, what I don't understand either.
So I'm like, why did this report say like, no, nothing came of that?
It's just like the flying balloons everywhere.
Whatever happened to the balloons?
They like, I think
where are they now?
Maybe it's aliens that are attacking and we're just like, they're like covering up, cover up. Because
oh my God, wait.
I can't. I mean, but but they do hide stuff from us. That's a fucked up part. What's really fucked up is that they're all just people too. They're all just like me and you, but probably even dumber. And they run our country. So like, they're like, oh no, we can't tell the general public that. It's like Marjorie Taylor Greene and they're like, oh wait, no, we ain't calling it. They're hiding. I have this theory, and I don't know if this is a real official theory, and this might be a
no,
alert.
I'm panicking. Okay.
This might be alert. I really truly believe like, what if, and I know we go abroad sometimes, so it's really not true, but like, what if we were fully just being played like idiots, like little fiddles? They're like Tucker Carlson, for example.
Oh yeah,
fiddle. So then is CNN fiddling us? Probably.
Fiddle fingers.
So who's right? Who's wrong? Who's real? Who's not? What's really being said? What's really not being said? It's scary because they can manipulate us into. It's like 1984. They can manipulate us into doing things
like
based on using our emotion and social issues.
Well, that's what that lawsuit is about with Fox News. It's like, you guys just lied, and you knew you lied, but you lied for so many nights in a row that you got like 30% of diehard maggots Trump fans to believe it and fully believe like, yeah, the vote machines were switching our votes.
Fully.
Yeah, that's right. Like, no, actually, that's not what happened.
Gina,
you just watched the same psychopaths over and over, Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, all these crazy people.
But they were okay with it.
And and they were, but I also think you have to like let yourself be lied to.
Well, I think there's a certain point
everyone gets a feeling where you're like, this just starts to feel a little too, like it all makes sense too much.
If I agree way too much with what I'm watching, then I'm like, there's something.
There's a problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you're feeding me something where I'm like, I should be challenged.
You don't question anything, and you're just like, yep, it's the truth. They said it on Fox News, and it's the truth. You need to just go to hell. Like
there's a big problem.
We've got to start questioning things and like really examine what the fuck is happening around you. Like there's people who think we have a separate military and a separate president.
Oh, I know. Right now. Literally. Right now. Well, the real military. I'm like, nope. No, guys, no.
Listen.
There is not another.
Like, how scary.
There's not another
Again,
one.
the brainwash. It's like we're all being brainwashed. And then, oh, look, there's all these train derailments now. All of a sudden, there's balloons flying around. Are they spraying pesticides on us? Who the fuck knows?
I love the train derailments because, well, obviously, it's like Matt's company.
Well, I know.
But like,
I know.
Also, it's just funny to me that the people who are like complaining about them are people who voted for someone like Trump.
Who then took away the regulations that caused this. I know.
And it's literally like, you guys realize like you caused this.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie.
Like, no, you wanted, like,
even Trump came out and said it was a lie. And then
they're like, you've allowed this to happen.
Like, here's you signing that thing.
Yeah, like, here it is. Like, you let this happen, and now you're complaining. Like,
well, Biden and Buttigieg, that faggot. They've been ripping on him.
For no reason.
No reason, because he's gay.
It's like a private company is having train derailments, but you want to blame the transportation secretary.
And then also because he's gay, you're going to say like, oh, it's because of AIDS or because it's like, oh my God, like what the fuck?
They're in a different universe.
It's so sad.
They're gone.
Speaking of Matt, really quick, can we get an update on his knee?
So he did have a complete ACL tear from our trip to Park City. He got his MRI earlier this week, complete tear, high-grade strain to his MCL, and a little bit of a fracture on the fibula.
Which is what they thought.
Which is what we thought. And then he went to see like a surgeon today, and he's scheduled for surgery in April. Not till April like 18th or something. Like it's over a month away. Yeah.
Healthcare in America's quicker than anywhere else.
It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit.
So he's not going to be recovered till... So 12 months from there is when he'll probably be able to like really be able to run around again.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Well, Matt, we're wishing you well.
We're wishing you well, Matt.
And we'll send flowers. Does he like flowers?
No, but we like flowers a lot.
I hate flowers. Like, don't ever send me flowers.
Because they die.
No. Well, I didn't think about it.
You're like, yes.
Because they're just like, I think they're just too gay for me. It's this is why I need to discover
Here we
myself.
go. You need to go to a campground. Like,
I need to go by
flowers
myself.
are now gay. A plant is
well,
now
I just
gay.
don't like. I'm not like, oh my god, beautiful, thank you.
I just like. To
I would
look
actually
at
rather
them.
you give me like a fucking palm tree. I'd be happy with that over flowers.
That would be pretty.
Like, oh,
wait, like an outside one?
Just like a one in a little, like if you like this right here, like okay.
Oh, like a little house plant.
Yeah, like a house plant. Or
Oh
a little,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I get
like,
it.
I don't want flowers. I want something that I can like watch grow and remind myself of.
Well, these are all made of plastic in here, so
they're growing, bitch. So speaking of growing, I do need to bring this up. This is the whole camp thing. This is the whole situation.
Here we go. What's happening?
So I went to therapy and we were talking about like vulnerability. Vulnerability with people at work, vulnerability with my parents, family, vulnerability with friends, vulnerability with everything. Like,
what's that word? Just say V.
Vulnerability. That's how you say it.
Yeah, that's better.
V. So then we discussed that I potentially have masks that I put on, which makes sense as a gay. We had a mask that we
Everyone
had to wear.
does. Yeah, we all have a fucking mask.
We have a mask, but she wanted me to observe this week about my mask.
When you're wearing it, like which mask you're wearing.
Yeah, like am I wearing a mask right now? Probably. I feel like I'm most authentic on this. That's what's really
I was going to
fucked
say,
up.
I was like, this is the only area where I don't see you have a mask.
I actually, literally, this is the only area I don't have a mask, which is really bizarre. Like, but if I come out of this room and we go downstairs and there's 5 gays down there, I'd be like, oh hey,
yep.
Or depending on who they are, I'd be like, oh hey, or like it just that's the mask. It's I know how to really quickly change in and out of different situations. So
yes,
I want to become more vulnerable. I want to, like, I think. Also, a breakthrough that happened. This is going to sound really bad. My chakra. She goes,
"Oh,
do you like being gay?"
Oh no.
And I said, "No."
Right.
And I was being truthful. Like, no. Like, I would not choose this. Like, ever.
No.
Now, mind you, I do love a dick.
That's what I was like. But the thing is,
but I wouldn't know different if I didn't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a, well, I guess if I like pussy like I like dick, then I definitely like pussy because it's easier to get.
Someone.
That's probably feminist or something. Or what? So anyway,
it is. So there's just more of them.
So I realized that a lot of my insecurities, a lot of my problems, a lot of my lack of vulnerability is all based around the fact that I hate the fact that I'm gay.
Oh no. Okay,
But
so you need to do a workshop.
I need a man retreat. I need a workshop. I need to be able to go with other men and just meet people and be vulnerable. Like, okay, get naked.
Right.
That right there alone, to be able to take off my clothes and walk into a pool would be so different. I have to.
Okay, yes. I just can't imagine.
I have to. And that's kind of where I'm at with this vulnerability thing. Like, I have to start having.
Oh my God.
Because when I had the tough conversation with my boss, all of a sudden he's nice to me now. And I was vulnerable. So it's like,
wait, the one with narcissism?
Yeah, because I said to him, he goes, how can we fix this? And I go, you can't. And it was like, that's the first truthful thing I ever fucking said to him, really. And then ever since then, it's been like, fine. Like, and I know again, my therapist was like, watch out because
I was like, but a narcissist isn't going to be
He'll
like,
swing back
fine.
around, but like becoming vulnerable, like made me feel powerful.
Okay.
So I want that feeling again. Like I want to be able to speak in front of people. I want to be able to. So I'm discovering my masks, basically, is what I'm saying.
I like that.
So, yeah, I don't know. I got to start doing things that are off my normal, sort of.
Yeah.
Like I want to.
Yeah, you do. You need a jolt.
I really think
you're about 40 years old. Like, if you're not going to jolt now, you're never going to jolt.
Yeah, it's true.
This is like, we're about to set into our course for life.
And that's what I think is also like fearful for me is like,
here we
that's
go.
why I was like, Mike, I need to have a solo trip.
Yeah.
I need to have a solo trip where I just kind of go.
I went on like 3 in 1 year.
Well,
right before
I
COVID.
remember that. And you were like,
I'm going to Portland. I'm going to Denver.
I had so much fun. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I met this
it was
person. I did
so
this. And I had this
fucking
food.
fun.
I'm into it. I'm really into it. I really want to do it.
If you went to a campground, you'd have so much fun.
And had my own little cabin and just like take naps if I want or go socializing, get drunk, like whatever
Find
you want to do.
Find a hot beefy bear.
Jerk off in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Je ne sais.
So that's my second topic. I'm becoming vulnerable, bitch.
I love that.
So get ready.
Wow. I can't believe you're doing this.
Wow, you sounded so... You're like, wow, I can't believe you're doing this. Back to you.
And we are excited for your update.
Thank you so much for the support. I feel like
we can't wait for an update. Yeah, I'm like a reporter, like just waiting, like send him off into the woods. Like, yeah.
Great. And back to you, Carl.
Carl and
Carl in the studio.
And Bobby's becoming vulnerable.
Wow. And you made a good point, though, actually. Like, we're setting into our course right now.
Yeah, like this is it.
And like it's do or
it's
die.
hard to make big changes when you're 60 years old. Like,
no, I don't
all
want
of
to
a
do
sudden
it now.
you're like, and I want a new spouse, and I want to go to the campgrounds and suck dick.
Right. It's like, do it now.
Nah, you don't.
You don't need a new
your
spouse.
knees don't work.
You suck dick now, and you also incorporate your partner with whatever you need to do. But like, you tell
If
them,
you
like,
want.
Well, I can see myself going there and jerking off with people.
Yeah, same.
Like, I mean,
I don't
maybe
need them around.
Yeah, no, like I mean, so anyway, I'm gonna become vulnerable. So yeah,
I like that. That's a good idea. You need to be.
And hopefully by the end of the summer, when we go to camp, like our official, like
we can finally walk around naked together.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Just flap around.
I guess
you won't be flapping very much. Well, it might be hot out, so you would be.
Well, it's more like a lot of sack, just like
same. Oh my God, Houston,
just sack. I know
like,
it's gonna be sack.
The smells.
And that's what I'm telling about gay camp. Gay camp is interesting because like you do have some really fucking hot people,
but then
you have some trolls. But then you have some like this is the weird thing that I find so bizarre. Same, but I always find like super ugly guys usually have a nice pretty penis. Like it's really bizarre.
True.
It's like God works in mysterious ways.
God's timing is always right.
Do you have anything else? Or do you move to sundries, or do we? It's up to you, honey.
I don't think I have anything else written down.
Okay, so I have a sundry.
Okay, I have a sundry.
Okay, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so back to the bathroom. And I think we've talked about this before, but I really want to I want to really understand where this is coming from because I'm going to be vulnerable. I literally judge people who are peeing in the toilet on their stream.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I know what their dick looks like based on that.
Yes.
This is absolutely probably false. But I want to like do an experiment. I need to figure it out. Like
the short ones are spurts. Like
okay. See, I always hear the ones that are like, and you're like, oh my God, that's a big old hog.
That's a hose. Yeah.
But is it? I don't know. Or is it just higher up so it has a longer way to fall?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Or is it just the style? Do you just pee right in the little hole, or do you pee on the sides? Or like, I think it's a very interesting concept.
Do you go around the
silent, right? To be silent in a bathroom and somebody come in and you're like, that's a big dick, or okay,
yeah.
But I do it all the fucking time.
Yeah, every time you hear it, you're like,
fucking time.
I'm like, wow.
I'm like, that's a big dick,
and
like,
if that's a steady stream, I'm like, who is this?
It's probably pretty disappointing if you're being honest. If we're being honest, like I'd probably be like, I probably look at them like they're big monster.
You'd probably be like,
oh, okay, you're just average, cool, great.
Okay.
I'd still suck it, but.
With my eyes closed.
But I want to like, so if you want to pee for me, not you.
I think
but
this is a great experiment.
We need to have some guys come up.
I won't be able
come
to
over.
pee. Like,
I won't either. Yeah, guys who are not pee shy to come over.
You have to not be pee
You're
shy.
gonna pee in the corner.
Okay.
Or in the corner in the bathroom. We'll be in the bathroom with microphones.
Yeah.
But blindfolded, and we're gonna guess. We're gonna guess your dick size based on your splash mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the weirdest sundry ever? But
that is a weird sundry, but I
didn't
love
want to complain today. I was like, I need to just like, this is something I needed
just
to say.
release it, like something you want to.
I wanted to release. So we need boys, men preferably, legally men, to come pee in the toilet. So if you're into water sports and you're in Columbus area, call me. Not really, just text me or message me on the Instagram.
Send a pic.
Or send a pic.
Or like go in the bathroom, film yourself peeing, and then send a pic without
and then
your
we'll
face.
be quiet. Like,
so we can just be like, okay.
So what you do is you go in the bathroom, you put your record on, you record yourself peeing.
Okay.
And then you send us the recording. We guess, and the next week you send us an actual dick pic, and we decide if that's what we envision. Because I also think I can tell if they're uncut or not too. Like it's a real. Because I feel like here's the thing about uncut. I feel like they're the ones that are like. Have you ever seen the ones that are
splitter
like
splatters at the end?
But some people like they have to like.
Oh, I know.
I don't understand that. Can somebody explain that to me as well?
Oh God.
Do you understand what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
when you see it, they're like,
I just don't like it.
And they're like
pulling the foreskin forward.
Yeah, and then they're like,
what are
it's
you
almost
doing?
like a squirt.
I'm like, what is happening? Well, that's what I can't figure out. Like, if you're coming when you have foreskin, it has to dribble. Like, there's no way it shoots.
Oh, no way.
But then they're like, some people are like, well, you just pull it back. I'm like, yeah, but not everyone pulls back their foreskin. Most people don't.
And some people can't.
Oh.
Like the ones that have problems. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't really know uncut, but I feel like I need to start experiencing it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm like trying to figure it out, but like.
So if you're uncut, also write in.
Yeah.
And if you're a ginger, write in. Gingerly.
Ginger, uncut, gingerly.
That's, yeah. So.
Well, my Sunder is like just a mild complaint. I just feel like I bought a new pair of shoes and they have white on them. And like you walk around and someone said to me, they're like, oh, you need to use that spray to spray them. And I'm thinking, why can't these fucking companies just spray the shoes ahead of time? Like if we have to put a water repellent, stain repellent spray on every pair of shoes, shouldn't the manufacturer like Nike, who has billions of dollars, just spray the fucking shoe?
Well, considering they're making the shoe for $2 and selling it for $120,
you'd think they could spray it.
The spray wouldn't be
because everyone's like, you just have to spray your shoes. I'm like, but every time I buy shoes, I don't want to spend a day and a half in the garage spraying them 3 times, leaving them out to dry, bringing them in, like, so I don't. And then they do get ruined really quickly. But I'm just like, I don't understand what we're dealing with. Why do we have to do all the extra steps?
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I absolutely know. I think it's like,
why do we have to do the extra steps?
Well, and you're getting people from the killing fields of Cambodia to
make your shoes, and then it's like,
and they can't even spray them. So like, oh, we have this $25 repellent spray. It's like, I'm so tired of capitalism. I swear to God, it's like terrible. Everything is a bridge to the next thing.
Well, there's a market for this. We could sell this.
This hurts my feet though, so I need these special socks. Yeah. Okay, weird.
Right, the Vans socks, all these other socks. I'm like,
but now my posture's weird, so now I need to get a brace. It's like everything just
the thing that like sits in your back and like zaps you if you lean forward.
I want this.
We can't even sit upright anymore.
I sit at a desk all day long.
Everything's unaffordable. Everything's a product.
It is. Everything's a product. Everything you do.
People who live in New York City say they go out and spend $50 just to leave the house. And it's true.
I mean,
everywhere you go, Uber, this, like $10 coffee, like that. Like, it's
but don't you want a scone?
Yeah.
And you always go for that fucking scone.
Oh, I want a scone right now.
Oh, I want to fuck a scone. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Do we feel okay about this episode? I feel okay.
That's good. Lots of topics.
A lot of stuff. A lot of range.
A lot of
so
vulnerability.
A lot of vulnerability. And so here's your weekly homework assignment. Not you, the fans.
Okay.
Them, they.
Thems.
The ones. Make sure you message me and tell me what campground I need to go to as a solo retreat, as like a cleanser. And then me and Jim also need to know it within a week or two, probably within a week, within a couple of days, where we should go for Labor Day. Should we go to Grizzly Pines where there's already that guy that's going? Do we go to Jones Pond? Do we go to the woods? Do we go? There's all these places, honey. There's so many around the country. Do we go to Copper Cactus, which is where I think I'm going to go? It's a men's retreat. Okay.
Oh my God.
And I'm scared though, and I don't really like the pool. But other than that, I want a good pool. That's the one thing. I want a big pool, and I want it to be busy.
You want to be floating around.
Labor Day, I want to be
cannonball, like in a pool.
No, like I want Labor Day. Labor Day is always a busy weekend anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be massive.
I want to be able to like have tons of guys. So there's a selection of just like eye candy that you can just deal with.
Okay, I love this.
Because when you go to the smaller ones, it's like, oh, there's Harold.
Yeah, there's always that one guy you're like trying to avoid, but he's everywhere. He's always
his cock is always out.
You're like, oh,
he has a metal cock ring.
Hey. Oh,
and he walks around. It's like, oh, but that's what they do. They do
the metal.
I'm gonna wear one.
Oh, we're gonna have to wear cock ring. No, duh.
Oh, I know.
I'm not walking around unfluffed in a fucking campground.
Yeah, because you can only fluff for so long, and then you're like,
I need it to be a perma.
But this is the vulnerability thing. Like
you're supposed to.
But no
one wants a little. Well, maybe they do.
I get it, but like, maybe why? Why are we so scared to just like let things happen?
Or not
happen for you?
Honestly, without a magic medicine, it might not happen.
Scared. We're just so scared.
We're just scared. You're scared.
I'm not scared, really. Because I've pulled my dick out in plenty of situations, honey. Ooh! It's the vulnerability of like allowing yourself to recoil, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and all your nasty areas, everything that's gross about you is in view. Everything you hate about yourself is right there.
That's the worst part.
But that could be the best part if you can just get over it. Because then you're like, fuck it. I don't care about anything anymore. Like, I don't care. Yeah, I have a fucking belly. Get over it. Which I need to lose weight. For our Labor Day celebration, I'm hoping on Ozempic so I can lose about 45 pounds before we go in September or August.
I love all these plans. Like these, we are like setting plans in motion.
Oh, we
like
are.
Your 40th, you are going to be ready.
Oh, we're going to be ready in my 40th.
Oh my God, it's going to be a massive bash.
I got to figure out where to go.
We've got to plan like a week and a half trip. Like
it's going to have to be like a.
Let's go to Napa.
Actually, there's a bear thing out there apparently. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday.
So when I'm 40, I'll be at the bear party in San Francisco area. We'll be going to the wineries. We'll be getting drunk at wineries.
That's all I need.
Hopefully, we'll be on our 300th episode, which we're at 189 right now.
Okay, then we will be. Yeah.
Yeah, we're making it big.
I had a fucking love it.
I think we are.
We really are.
It's just slow and steady wins the race. So make sure you subscribe and share with your friends. And thank you for listening so much. Also, make sure you call us 614-721-5336.
614-721-5336.
Yeah, make sure you give us a call. Nobody called this week, so nobody was, but
they had a long week.
Everyone had a week.
We've had a long week.
So go enjoy your new week that's coming up. Spring forward. Oh, you're already sprung forward. So
you've been sprung.
Congratulations.
Is this the last of the springing?
Well, it's still in. Supposedly, it's still in like whatever chamber.
Oh, so we're not really.
They need to vote on it still or something.
How is that like still?
Because they're worried about trans people that in the fucking light.
Right. Exactly. They're like, we got to vote on trans people.
Can you just? So, thank you for listening. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
Goodbye. Good night, and have a great week.
Good night.
Oh.